Who Karen humiliated undercover CEO's daughter in her father's company the next day she's fired. Imagine walking into a workplace where the line between respect and disdain is blurred, where the people in charge wield power not just over policies, but over people's lives. Welcome to the story of how one CEO's daughter, Emily, decided to go undercover in her father's company to uncover the truth about the workplace culture and the manager, Karen, who seemed to rule with an iron fist. Meet Emily, the daughter of Mr. Williams, a respected CEO known for his leadership and vision. Mr. Williams has built a reputation for fostering a culture of excellence and integrity in his company. However, rumors began to circulate about the behavior of Karen, a manager who seemed to have a different approach to leadership. Determined to understand the truth, Emily made the bold decision to go undercover as a cleaner in her father's company. As we explore this story, you'll discover how Karen's actions had been causing concern among employees and customers alike. She was known for treating some customers with disdain, often making them feel like they were nobody. But what was even more alarming was her ambition to manipulate the company's ownership structure, potentially to her own advantage. This was a move that could have far-reaching consequences, not just for the company, but for everyone involved. This documentary takes you on a journey with Emily as she navigates the challenges of her undercover role, faces humiliation and harassment, and ultimately witnesses justice being served in a dramatic turn of events. Before we continue, I'd love to know where you're watching from in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, and hit the subscribe button for more gripping stories. What would you do if you were in Emily's shoes, facing such a daunting challenge? Emily is a determined and courageous young woman who embodies the values of her father, Mr. Williams. Growing up in a family that emphasizes integrity and fairness, Emily has always been driven to ensure that her father's company reflects these principles. She is well-educated, intelligent, and possesses a strong sense of justice. When she hears rumors about the mistreatment of employees and customers by Karen, she decides to take matters into her own hands. Emily chooses to go undercover as a cleaner in her father's company to understand the real dynamics and to see firsthand how Karen and her team operate. As Emily prepares for her undercover role, she reflects on her father's legacy and the reputation of the company. She knows that her actions could have significant consequences, but she is resolute in her mission to uncover the truth. With a mix of excitement and trepidation, Emily begins her journey, ready to face whatever challenges come her way. The story unfolds in a prestigious real estate company located in a bustling city. The company, founded by Mr. Williams, has been a cornerstone of the community for decades, known for its commitment to excellence and customer satisfaction. However, beneath the surface, rumors have been circulating about the behavior of Karen, a manager who seems to have a different approach to leadership. Karen has been known for her harsh treatment of employees and customers she deems inferior, creating a culture of fear and intimidation. The company's headquarters is a sleek, modern building with a polished facade that belies the tension simmering inside. Employees move with a sense of urgency, often glancing over their shoulders, aware that they are being monitored closely by Karen and her team. The atmosphere is tense, with an undercurrent of anxiety that permeates every level of the organization. Karen is a ruthless and cunning manager who has risen through the ranks with a combination of charm and manipulation. She is notorious for her discriminatory behavior, often targeting employees and customers based on their social status or background. Karen's ambition knows no bounds. She seeks to manipulate the company's ownership structure, potentially to her own advantage. This move could have far-reaching consequences, not just for the company, but for everyone involved. Karen's behavior is not just about power, it's also about control. She monitors employees closely, using surveillance and intimidation to maintain her grip on the company. Her actions have created a culture of fear, where employees are reluctant to speak out against her for fear of retaliation. Despite her cold exterior, Karen is driven by a deep-seated insecurity, a need to prove herself as the superior leader she believes she is. As Emily begins her undercover role, she is immediately immersed in the harsh reality of Karen's regime. She observes firsthand how Karen and her team treat others, often with disdain and disrespect. Emily faces humiliation and harassment, similar to what other employees endure. Despite her courage, she feels the sting of their words and actions, but she remains resolute in her mission to expose the truth. Emily's days are filled with cleaning and observing, but her nights are spent reflecting on what she has seen. She documents every incident, every conversation, and every behavior that she believes is unjust. As she delves deeper into the company's dynamics, Emily realizes that Karen's influence extends far beyond the office walls. She has created a network of allies and informants who report back to her, ensuring that she remains in control. As Emily navigates this complex web of power and manipulation, she begins to understand the true extent of Karen's ambition. She sees how Karen uses her position to exploit vulnerabilities, to turn employees against each other, and to maintain her grip on the company. But Emily is not deterred. She is more determined than ever to bring about change. How far would you go to expose the truth about your workplace, even if it meant facing humiliation? Would you risk everything to stand up for what you believe in, or would you choose a safer path? Share your thoughts in the comments below. As Emily continues in her undercover role, she becomes increasingly aware of the depth of Karen's disdain for those she considers inferior. Emily is subjected to racist and demeaning comments by Karen and her team, comments that cut deep and leave her feeling belittled. Despite her courage and determination, she cannot help but feel the sting of their words. Each day becomes a challenge as she struggles to maintain her composure in the face of such hostility. The humiliation is not just verbal, it's also in the way Karen and her team treat Emily and other employees. They are often given menial tasks, tasks that are beneath their skills and abilities, simply to reinforce their perceived inferiority. Emily witnesses how Karen uses her power to belittle and demean, creating a culture where fear and intimidation reign supreme. One particular incident stands out. Emily is tasked with cleaning a conference room after a meeting, a task she completes diligently. However, as she is about to leave, Karen enters the room, looks around, and then turns to Emily with a smirk. "You know, you're really good at cleaning," Karen says, her voice dripping with condescension. "Maybe you should stick to what you're good at." The comment is meant to humiliate, to remind Emily of her place, but it only strengthens her resolve to expose Karen's behavior. Despite the humiliation and harassment, Emily decides to stand up for herself and others. She knows that she cannot confront Karen directly, not yet, but she can report the incidents to her father. Emily documents every detail, every comment, and every action that she believes is unjust. She compiles her evidence carefully, ensuring that she has a solid case against Karen and her team. When Emily finally meets with her father, she is nervous but determined. She presents her evidence, sharing the stories of humiliation and harassment that she and others have faced. Mr. Williams listens intently, his expression growing more serious with each passing moment. He is shocked and outraged by what he hears, realizing that the rumors he had dismissed as mere gossip were, in fact, true. The situation escalates rapidly as Mr. Williams decides to take immediate action against Karen and those involved. He calls an emergency meeting with the company's board of directors, presenting them with the evidence Emily has gathered. The board is shocked and appalled by the revelations, and they quickly agree that action must be taken. Within hours, Karen and her team are summoned to Mr. Williams' office. They are met with a stern-faced CEO who is determined to restore justice and integrity to his company. Mr. Williams confronts them with the evidence, making it clear that their behavior will no longer be tolerated. The meeting is tense, with Karen and her team attempting to defend their actions, but it is too late. The decision has been made. As the news spreads throughout the company, a sense of relief washes over many employees. They had lived in fear of Karen's wrath for too long, and now they see justice being served. The company begins to transform with new policies and procedures put in place to prevent such behavior in the future. What would you do if you witnessed such behavior in your workplace? Would you speak out or stay silent? Would you risk your job to stand up for what is right, or would you choose to protect yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments below. As we continue this journey with Emily, we see how her courage has sparked a chain of events that will change the company forever. But what happens next? Will the company truly transform, or will old habits die hard? Stay tuned to find out. The fallout from Karen's actions is swift and decisive. Mr. Williams, armed with the evidence Emily gathered during her undercover mission, takes immediate steps to restore integrity in his company. Karen, along with the employees who harassed Emily and contributed to the toxic workplace culture, is fired. This decision sends a clear message to everyone in the organization. Disrespect and harassment will not be tolerated, regardless of rank or tenure. The company undergoes a transformation. Mr. Williams initiates a series of changes aimed at promoting a culture of respect and inclusivity. He introduces new policies that emphasize zero tolerance for harassment and discrimination. These policies are backed by comprehensive training programs designed to educate employees about workplace ethics, diversity, and accountability. Anonymous reporting mechanisms are implemented to ensure that employees feel safe, coming forward with their concerns without fear of retaliation. The changes extend beyond policies. They reshape the organizational culture. Employees begin to feel empowered to speak up against injustice, knowing that their voices will be heard and respected. The company starts fostering an environment where collaboration, open-mindedness, and mutual respect thrive. For many employees, this marks the beginning of a new chapter of workplace where they can focus on their roles without the shadow of intimidation or harassment. Emily's bravery becomes a catalyst for broader conversations about workplace culture and the importance of standing up against harassment. Her actions demonstrate the power of individual courage in driving organizational change. Employees across the company begin to reflect on their own roles in fostering a positive work environment, realizing that change starts with them. Mr. Williams uses this opportunity to address the deeper issues within his company's culture. He acknowledges that while firing Karen was necessary, true transformation requires collective effort. He encourages his leadership team to lead by example, modeling behaviors that align with the company's values. By cultivating everyday courage among employees, whether it's speaking out against unethical behavior or supporting colleagues in difficult situations, the organization begins to rebuild trust and morale. Emily's story also resonates outside the company walls. It sparks discussions in the broader community about workplace harassment and the steps organizations can take to prevent it. Her courage inspires others to confront similar challenges in their own workplaces, proving that one person's actions can ripple far beyond their immediate surroundings. The story of Emily highlights the transformative power of courage and accountability in creating change. Her undercover mission not only exposed Karen's toxic behavior but also paved the way for a more inclusive and respectful workplace. It underscores an important truth. Standing up for what is right may be difficult, but it is essential for progress. Through her actions, Emily shows us that change starts with individuals willing to take risks for the greater good. Her bravery reminds us that we all have a role to play in shaping our environments, whether at work or in our communities, to be places where everyone feels valued and respected. How can we all contribute to creating a more just and respectful work environment? What steps can you take today to ensure fairness and dignity for everyone around you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. As we conclude this powerful story, we invite you to share your own experiences of standing up against injustice. Whether it's in your workplace or community, your voice matters. Consider supporting initiatives that promote workplace equality and respect. Together, we can create environments where everyone feels valued and heard. The documentary ends on a note of hope and resilience. Emily's story reminds us that change is possible when we stand together. It shows us that one person's courage can spark a movement, inspiring others to fight for what is right. What will you do today to make a difference in your community or workplace? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to create positive change.